What's up, guys? Barrett Freeman here with the PropertyTales podcast. I'm here with Kayla Yokley. She's a realtor with Freeman Brothers Realty. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
What were you saying about my
You
diet?
want your thing on this way?
It's supposed to be on your left side, but
Oh. Kind of looks like you're choking yourself.
thank you.
Yeah.
What were you saying about the diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Mountain Dew?
It's bad for you.
Why is it bad for you?
You get kidney stones as you chug it.
Have you known somebody get kidney stones, or is it something
Yeah.
you just read?
Yeah.
Who?
Like so many people.
Is that true?
Yes.
You personally know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like a lot.
Are they older, younger, healthy?
Like, yeah, healthy. Mm-hmm. It's really bad for you. There's like something in it.
Well, this is the first one I've drank maybe in my whole life. This is what we had in the fridge, and I've been talking all day, and I need something cold on my throat. I was hoping I had some Perrier, but I guess they've been drank.
The good stuff.
What's been going on?
Nothing.
You got some new listings this
Yes.
week?
Yep.
What are those?
2 cabins.
You're
Situated-
a cabin realtor now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Expert.
Yep.
So tell me about them.
They are, well, one of them is right on the river, and the other one is a little bit out from the river, but you can still see the river. It's just not on top of the river.
Okay, how did you get these?
So there was an agent in Western Kentucky that referred them out to me. So
That's great. So what did she describe them? How did she describe them when she said, I've got a listing I want to refer to you?
just that we're like hunting cabins, and the person that owned them was a hunter, so he bought them to hunt on the land, to fish, and the area is pretty cool.
Tell me about that, because you did post a reel the other day, and it looked like you're in the middle of, there's no roads.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see any roads, any driveways.
Yeah, so it's so quiet. It's so quiet that like a squirrel sounds like a bear.
So tell me, so you how far away did you have to park? Like, what was it like to even find it?
Yeah, so he gave me great directions. And then there's like a pathway that goes out to the one cabin. And you walk maybe a half a mile, maybe not even.
Dear Lord.
Maybe not a half a mile.
Most people would think like a half mile, though, is that's a hike.
Well, in my eyes, it was a half mile, and maybe it was less. I didn't like test it, but you could drive out there if you have like a 4-wheeler, an ATV. It is a pathway. Probably like a 4-wheel drive would be fine, because it is a road pathway. It's not paved or gravel.
Is it like a walking trail that's wide enough for a vehicle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm
wide enough.
picturing. That's what.
Yeah, it's wide enough for a vehicle, but I'm not going to take my vehicle out there to be stuck.
I'm not taking my
So-
Tesla out there. My Tesla's clearance is like.
Yeah, we don't have anything equipped to drive. out
But somehow you're now the hunter gatherer
I know.
realtor.
Yeah, expert.
Well, yeah, last time we were talking, we were trying to figure out like some niche you could like attack.
Yeah.
I never in my wildest dreams thought you'd be like the hunter realtor.
Yeah, you might catch me in camouflage.
So have you had any showings yet?
Yeah. I've had so many people interested. Just because this is the area to hunt, fish. People love off-grid. Like, I personally would not be, a huge fan of off-grid, but everyone loves it.
Did someone was asking you some like hunting questions about it? Well,
Hunting. I know nothing about hunting, and
you don't give off the hunter vibe.
no, I've never been hunting in my life. I know nothing about it. And he was asking me, what you can do on the property. And I was like, yeah, the last person that owned this, like the current owner, he, caught a lot of deer out here. And he was like, oh, like he caught it. I was like, yeah, he, caught several deer out here. And he was like, catch and release? Or, what are we talking here? And I was like, you know what? I don't know what you call that.
He's like, catch, take it home, give
Yeah.
it like as a pet.
He was like, you catch a fish. You don't catch a deer, Kayla.
Was he like, you kill a deer?
Yeah, you kill a deer and,
You're like writing notes.
yeah, notes.
Yeah. Well,
Good to know.
it's just comical. I mean, were you having this conversation on the phone?
Yes.
Okay, because
Yeah.
if he'd taken one look at you, he'd be like, this girl doesn't
Yeah,
know.
this girl doesn't know how to hunt. Yeah, never been hunting. Don't ask me hunting questions because I don't.
Yeah. What kind of questions are people asking you just off the listing? This is our most unique listing that I've ever had.
Right.
So
Right.
what kind of questions are you getting?
So the questions I'm getting is, how close is it to the river? I'm getting, what does the inside look like?
Is there a big river there? I don't even know.
Yeah, the Rockcastle River. It's, pretty wide, and you can fish right from the property. It's not sitting against the, the cliffside, but the pathway kind of goes in front of the little cabin. But you do have access to fish. So
the people have the fantasy to stay there for the weekend, hunt and fish out of the Rockcastle River.
Right, yeah. So there's actually Airbnbs like down the road that people come and rent out because it is like a getaway. People can come to hunt and fish or kayak, canoe, and then hike. Livingston actually has a lot more than I thought that it had going for it.
It has a big culture there. I mean, they've got the what do you call it, the park where people can just take their side by sides, and they have an outdoor adventure park there.
Okay.
And so people bring their I don't even know what you call them. They're razors, but they're buggies. Like you can take them off road, you can take them up hills, you can take them up cliffs.
You can tell how outdoorsy we are.
And so I think that naturally lends itself to like outdoorsy people. I think people come to the park, they bring their RVs, they camp. So there's a lot going on in Livingston.
Yeah.
And it's all that the nexus of that is the outdoorsy, the mountains.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Kentucky kind of as a whole is like that.
Eastern Kentucky.
Right, which is why people buy land here is to hunt because we have much better, I guess, deer.
It's also cheap.
Deer, yeah.
I'm saying it's also cheap to
yes.
buy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yours, I think one cabin with land was $25,000.
Yes.
Which is insane.
Right.
And the other one was with a lot of land, like 8 acres.
Yes.
120. Yeah. $125,000.
Yeah.
For 8 acres. I mean, there's so many people that hunt that just we get asked from time to time, do you guys have any land, that's good for hunting for sale?
Right.
And we never do. This is like the first time this has ever happened. So, as we're marketing it really well. You've posted a lot of, you just posted trail cam pictures.
Yes.
Did you have a chance? You haven't had a chance to look at your insights yet.
Right.
When I first started this time last year trying to grow our social media presence, I was getting 80 reach.
Like 80.
80.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was pitiful because, I was still trying to figure out what worked. I'm sure I was posting stupid things that weren't interesting. But, when as soon as you told me you had the cabin in the woods, I was like, get trail cams. Because one of my I didn't know anyone would even care. I posted a few trail cams from one of our listings, and it was is the most reach I'd ever had.
Right.
By far.
Because we are in Kentucky.
We are in Kentucky. But I think generally people like animals anyway. Even if you're not a hunter, it's cool to see deer in the wild.
Yeah.
So I think it scratches a lot of different itches, not just the hunters. But obviously the hunters love it.
Yeah.
And they're probably even saying, "Oh, I have that trail cam," or
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know much about it, but I know that people do love to come down here to hunt because I have some friends that are hunters, and they say that it's better to hunt down here. I don't know what the difference is. But.
So obviously you're not Hunter Kayla. What have you thought any about what we've been talking about for the last few weeks as far as maybe trying to market yourself social media wise in a certain niche?
Maybe like adventure.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was circling it when you were talking. I was like, fitness, you're not outdoorsy, but like you're very healthy. You get dedicated to fitness, but you also travel a lot.
Right.
So I think that the adventure is perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think adventure.
So one thing that my photographer buddy, he travels like a normal person. He might have 1 or 2 trips a year, but they're usually big.
Normal.
Not special.
Yeah.
But he takes so many pictures and videos, and then he does social media all year.
Right.
So it looks like he's in Mallorca this weekend when he was there like a year ago, but he's just now posting them.
Right.
And so you can definitely do that. You were in Spain like a few months ago.
Right.
You could be still posting. I don't know. Are you a good picture taker? Like diligent.
Normal. Am I what?
Diligent, like lots and lots and lots.
No.
Okay. See, I'm not either. Most people aren't.
Right.
But I now am.
Yes.
Because of social media and because I'm trying to like scream into the void so people know that we're selling real estate and buying real estate. So you're on your trips, I'm going to try to remind you and everyone, take an annoying amount of video and pictures the whole time you're there because you'll be able to use them all the time. if I'm short on content because maybe we just don't have that many listings, or maybe I've worn out all my listings, posted too much, I can just go back through my pictures and I'm like, oh, that was so cool, and I never posted it, and then I'll post it, and it's like a nice way to like bring up something old and make it seem fresh.
Right.
So, and you do a good job without Instagram. You told me you're on Instagram, so I went back and looked at some of your like adventure posts.
Yeah.
And all of them were amazing.
Right.
So it left me wanting more. I was like, that's a really good picture of her. It'd be cool if like there's more of them.
Right.
Because it's a beautiful setting. It's just it's a foreign land.
Yeah. So Instagram, I get tired because I like to post it, but like on Facebook, you can post all of them at the same time, and then Instagram, you can only post up to like 10.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you start posting too many on Instagram, then people don't look at them. They get tired of swiping. So it's not the same as Facebook where you can scroll up. You have to swipe the other way, and I think it's just a little bit more difficult.
And Instagram is my weakest platform. I do by far the least. I'm big on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Because so Instagram's huge, but I feel like it feels almost like I'm doing Facebook again.
Right.
I'm doing all this work on Facebook. I feel like I wish that it was easier to cross post.
Well, you can.
Yeah, but it's not as intuitive as
right.
And that's something you can help me with because I haven't figured out how to do it easily. Sometimes I'll try cross post and it'll say you can't cross post this.
Right. If the frames are different, you can't.
See, I didn't know why. I was like, oh well, you just can't do that.
So usually I just delete those and then I make a new post of the other ones.
You mean like take it from Instagram and put it on Facebook?
Like if they're all landscape, they should all be landscape. You can't go like landscape and then portrait. Is that the other one?
Mm-hmm, I think so.
Yeah.
The 16:9 ratio.
Yeah, you can't keep doing those on Instagram. But if you post all landscape and then all portrait together, easier.
See, I didn't know.
Yeah, I learned.
Yeah, I've done that on Facebook. I made all those mistakes and then had to do deep dive research into why is this not working.
Yeah.
I've just not done it because I didn't care about Instagram. I was like, oh no, I can't post on Instagram. I don't care.
I like looking at Instagram because I don't see all the words on Instagram. Like I can enjoy your life without hearing really about it.
Does Instagram ever want you to spend money or do business with somebody?
Maybe. I don't use it really for business.
No, I'm just saying like other people working on you.
Oh, I don't think so.
Because Facebook does that. I'll see something like, oh, that's a cool business or service, or that person's doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have the least involvement with Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, I scroll through or I just post and I get off. Like I don't really stay on social media like all the time.
Do you think that we would, surely we'd benefit from posting on Instagram?
Possibly. I really feel like, Facebook is a stronger platform than Instagram.
For the business.
For business.
I agree. Yeah. And that's why I've put so much more effort into Facebook than Instagram.
Yeah.
It was also some personal bias because I have an Instagram account because we advertise on Instagram. So I had to have an account.
Right.
But I don't ever post.
Right.
And I've not taken the time to like actually learn the mechanics of the software. Facebook is difficult as any of them, but I've taken the time to work with it.
More businesses post on Facebook.
Facebook has the demographic we're targeting as well.
Right. Plus, when you Google it, Facebook usually pops up if somebody has a business.
That's 100% true, and I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm. Instagram does not.
That's weird.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
I haven't either. I've never thought about it.
Right.
Because it's not there. I don't think about it.
Yeah, like usually when you Google somebody's name, it links them to your Facebook. Mm-hmm. Kind of like your Google.
I do feel Instagram trends younger. But I don't know. But Facebook trends older, and older people have money to buy real estate, and invest.
True.
So those are the premises we're working within.
Yeah.
But I'm open to being wrong.
But the younger people are TikTokers.
I'm on TikTok. I'm on because it's the biggest app in the world. It makes us the least money,
right?
Because it's the whole world. When I post on Facebook, you can do this on TikTok too, but when I post on Facebook, I put location. I say we're in Corbin.
Right.
In TikTok, I feel like I'm literally throwing it into the fire hose of content.
Right.
Like hopefully you see me, and those people aren't buying real estate off TikTok.
Right.
Facebook, they are. Right. I get messages being like, "Oh, I saw that post. I'm interested in more information about it."
Yeah.
I would never get that from TikTok.
Yeah, I can't understand TikTok. I have one, but I don't know how to. You went through it with me on how to post, and I just can't.
We'll get there. I'm trying to take it step by step.
People, they find these reels, and they, send them to me, and I don't even know how to get into the reel. I feel like a grandma sometimes.
No, I feel that way too. And you just have to work with it, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But once we start seeing seeing our efforts pay off with working with these social media platforms, it'll be easier.
Right.
Especially like I'm going to force you to post a bunch on Facebook. You're not. I don't really have to. You're doing a good job, but Facebook will start paying you.
Right.
That will be a really fun day for you because you'll be like, oh, like
I did nothing and I got paid.
Not nothing. You did post.
Yeah. I guess to me it's nothing because it's just like the average day. It's just the average work day of what you're supposed to do.
I agree. And how many people are doing it? Not many.
Not many.
So that's one of the things that we're really focused on with Freeman Brothers Realty right now is let's post on social media.
Yeah, I think it sets us apart because most listers, most listing agents just post the pictures that they list, and then that's it. You'll see an MLS share link, and that's all you see. Also,
it helps when people create relationships through social media.
Correct.
And so they get to learn who you are, who I am. They root for you or they don't like you because it looks like you're being successful. But either way, it's you connect on such a deeper level when you're doing this kind of content. And it has to help.
Right.
You know, people might reach out to you just because they think you're cool.
Yeah, and that's really how I got this listing was if it wasn't for Facebook, I'm a part of a real estate group, and I would have never, known this lady if it wasn't for this group.
Why don't you do a shout out? What's the name of it?
It's a real estate group for women.
Is it just called Real Estate Group for Women?
Real estate investors. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that?
Yeah.
When did you join it?
Probably last year. I did it just because, women, they can provide, it's kind of a safe place. You don't have like negative comments or, stuff from other men. And it's we're the same kind of person. So, it's good for safety. It's good for, marketing ideas. Because I'm not going to use the same marketing idea as a man.
It would be ridiculous. Look at us.
Right. And we have.
But yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
Right. And we have different safety protocols. Like you probably feel,
I don't think about it.
Yeah, you feel much safer. And I'm, out in the woods. And honestly, I don't
literally in the middle of the woods by yourself.
I'm literally in the middle of the woods by myself. Yeah. The person that owned the property was actually like, you should bring someone. And I was like, oh, I'm not scared.
You don't even have a gun.
I mean, I do, but did I bring it? No.
Did you even bring pepper spray or anything?
I don't even own pepper spray.
Okay. So you have a gun you didn't bring.
Left that at home.
Smart. Very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be worth your time one day to talk guns with Rothio.
Yeah.
I mean, she understands she needs one for
Right.
safety, but she just can't. She can't bring. Her Europeanness won't let her own a gun.
Right, because their laws are so much different.
That you can't own a gun in Spain.
Right.
So she can't get there.
Right.
I was like, I'll buy you a gun for Christmas. A little cheap one.
Yeah.
$250 little gun you can keep in your purse. You
Yeah.
probably can't even kill someone with it, but you can at least like scare somebody. I mean, you have to be like really close and aim really well.
You can get these like beepers that will, if you're really scared, you can pull it and it'll start beeping really loud and it'll actually like alert someone. So that's something I looked into, when I travel alone, because I am going to a foreign place by myself. I don't get scared like people would think that I would get. I don't really get scared.
I would get scared just being by myself, not of danger, maybe just some anxieties of just being alone in a foreign place.
Yeah, I just never get scared.
Not for your safety.
No.
Yeah. Do you ever get anxieties, like being alone?
Maybe nervous, but no, I don't get anxious. I just feel like it's more freeing.
It says more about me.
You can really do whatever you want.
That question says more about me than anything else. I need somebody. Someone come hold my hand on this train alone.
Yeah, so I was out in that property alone, and it was a little bit terrifying just because it's like, oh, there's animals out here, and I don't know anything about what animals. So every time a squirrel like ran across a leaf, I was like, what is that?
It's a bear.
Yeah, I actually stopped one of my videos that I was filming because I was like looking scared.
Keep recording.
It was
in the future.
It was
'Cause at least if you're gonna get eaten by a bear, at least like there's like a documented.
Well, I did like keep recording, but I deleted it later because I'm talking like, hey guys, this is Kayla with Freeman Brothers Realty, and then I was like, What is that?
That's hilarious. I would love to have seen that. I wish you hadn't deleted it at least.
Scaredy cat.
Yeah, don't post it, but like
Yeah.
maybe text it to me and be like, oh my God. So anyway, is there anything else going on? I mean, we've talked about a lot of things.
Yeah,
Your
just
listings,
real estate.
safeties.
Yeah.
So great. I'm good with that. You good with that?
Yeah.
So one of the reel that I just did of you and I about talking about anime
Yes.
was the one reel that I got more messages and calls on
Because people thought it was funny.
because they thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Me bouncing anime off of you who could not have looked less
Anime-ish.
anime-ish, and also like you were just not only do you look less anime-ish, but you are the least anime. So so many of my buddies said they love that reel, and that's the marketing that I think works because people are like, because there's anime fans that were watching me try to bounce these classic anime off of you, and then
Yeah.
all the other girls that look like you are thinking, yeah, I don't know anything about anime, and then watching you like stare blankly like. So that was a hit.
Right.
Like I think I was telling you this morning, I was like, every once in a while, something you post that shouldn't do really well will do really well.
Yeah, that's usually what goes far.
And then I try to find out why it did.
Right.
I don't think we could recreate that, but maybe we can. But anyway, I did. I don't know if I told you that, but that reel did really. That reel's one of my most viewed ever.
Wow.
Normally I'll get 2,000-3,000 views over the life of a reel, like over 6 months.
Yeah.
That one's already at 5,000 in 3 days.
Just over anime.
No, I think it's the dynamic of me peppering you with anime questions, and then you just be like, I don't know. I'll say it again. I don't watch it. I don't know anything about anime. So also, I'm glad I got the intro and outro in. But one thing that's really funny about you too is you know the least about pop culture of any person I've ever met.
Yeah,
I don't understand why you don't know so much about pop culture.
I don't even know what pop culture is.
Popular culture, like movies, TV shows, music artists. What do you do in your free time, like for your entertainment?
I read.
Sure. What do you read?
I read crime novels.
Great. Is there an artist you really like, or not artist? Is there a writer you really like?
You're really into pop culture.
I am. Yeah. Who's your favorite artist? Like writer?
Adrian McKenty,
Okay.
James Patterson,
Does he have a network or
a network.
like James Patterson? I know him as an author.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a network of writers or? I didn't know.
Both. He does both ways. Mm-hmm. He has so many. He publishes so many books that it is almost impossible to keep up.
I read him when I was younger, when I was like,
Mm-hmm.
teenager. And I agree. It was just like so many. He was coming out with them all the time.
Right.
So he has a network of writers that works for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like to read and I like to research just random facts.
See, that makes you well-rounded.
Yeah.
But you need to pepper in a little bit of like other stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what other stuff.
Like
'cause
I can't name any actors. I can't name actresses. I can't name singers. Like I can listen to music, but I have no idea who that is.
there is a really popular podcaster named Bobby, and she's this cute little blonde girl, and she's like you, but she goes and she interviews effectively the Taylor Swift of whatever.
Right.
Like the biggest name and whatever.
Right.
And she's like, "Hi, I'm Bobby." And they're like, "Hi, I'm, Tom Cruise." And but she knows who he is probably.
Yeah.
But it'll be like that, but like the biggest rapper in the world.
Right.
And she's like, "I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Tell me about you. What are you into? What do you do?" And then the artists are so thrown off. They're like, "Well, I rap. I'm an actor. I'm a producer." It's like, "Oh, so you're a musician?" And they're like, "No, I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's like one of like a bunch of stuff I do." And every once in a while, she'll say, like, she was talking to Drake. Who
Yeah.
I know you know. And she didn't quote one of his songs, but she said a phrase that was the name of one of his songs toward the end of the interview. And he's like, "Oh." He thought maybe she was putting on like an act the whole time.
Yeah.
And at the very end, like that was supposed to be like a reveal, like joking. "I've known who you were this whole time." And he's like, "Oh, so you know my music." She goes, "What are you talking about?" And it worked out. It was so she's really popular because she does that. And
Right.
it reminds me of you.
Yeah.
And only because you and I have been doing these podcasts now. And anytime I do any kind of pop culture reference, you're just staring at me blankly.
People ask me all the time, like, "Oh, did you see that movie?" Or, "Oh, did you see this person in this?" And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't know if this will make the edit, but what was the last movie you watched?
See, I don't know if I don't pay attention to the titles
Okay.
or I just don't like care.
Okay. Did you? When was the last time you went to a movie in theaters? Have you gone in
Staring blankly.
Have you gone in 2024?
No.
Did you go in 2023?
I doubt it. I really doubt it. I'm like more of the I would rather sit outside and look at the stars than to watch TV. Or I don't stare on my phone for like social media. I post on social media and then I get off for my grandma, my mom to watch. She's my number one fan.
So, oh really? Has she been enjoying all the content you've been creating?
So it's funny because every time I post something, she's the first person on there.
So yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. All right, let's do that a lot more.
Yeah.
All right. So that's been another episode of the PropertyTales podcast, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys later.